Good morning, walkers. Happy New Year to you. Coming to you today, 2nd of January 2026, down here on Bournemouth Beach, down in Dorset. Whilst certain areas of the UK are waking up to a dusting of snow. I've just seen London's got snow. Certainly heavy snow currently, obviously, in Scotland, as was predicted, and due to get heavier. Other areas are on snow and ice warnings. There was some snow predicted for here. It turned into very cold rain instead. I'm no meteorologist, but from what I'm led to believe, the temperature of the air coming off the sea can bring it down to the point that it's not cold enough to snow. So just a lovely early morning awakening to some cold rain. But just thought I'd bring you down somewhere different while we're down here for a couple of days, just seeing the new year. Hope the one or two of you that watch this, or more hopefully, hope you all had a good Christmas and a new year. Me personally, I was in bed by 9:30 on New Year, and not a massive fan of staying up to midnight. And I'm getting old now, been there, done that. Was awoken by what sounded like the world coming to an end. I think people near my house decided to set off every firework in our county all at the same time near our house. And it must be loud. Bear in mind, I wear a hearing aid and I can barely hear anything at night as it is. But as long as they had fun, I stopped being a grumpy old man. But like I say, we're down here in Bournemouth. The last of Christmas is being held on to. The pier is adorned with some lovely Christmas trees, some lovely blue and white lights. If you go back through the town that way, through the gardens, some festive village almost, a small train for kids and Santa and ice skating, some lovely lights. Unfortunately, I didn't make it down before Christmas, and looks like they did try to do everything they could to make it very festive down there. They did their best. Fortunately, Bournemouth was in the news, not in a great light, over people sleeping on the beaches and all the other stuff you'd expect from the headlines about people being moved here. But we're not going to get into the politics of it. But as you can see, it's around 8 o'clock, just after. Not a soul sleeping on the beach. There is not a soul really here, apart from us few crazy folk who have come out to enjoy an early New Year wander. So I came down yesterday. It was a beautiful day yesterday. Sun was out, slightly fresh to start with, but warmed up, and it got really busy, which is nice to see. People out New Year's, partaking in their Harry Ramsden fish and chips over there, to the point that it was taking about half an hour just to get your food. They were that busy yesterday, so that's good for them. Not me when I'm bloody hungry, but anyway. So here we are down on Bournemouth. So you've got out to sea there. If you walk down that part of the beach straight in front of you, I'll slightly zoom in, that'll take you down to Boscombe. That's Boscombe Pier just there. Apologies for Samsung Zoom. Apparently it was made on a potato. So that'll take you down to Boscombe, and to your right, to my right, excuse the patter of the rain, we'll dive undercover. If you go down that way, they'll take you down to Pool and Sandbanks. This is where all the nice houses are. You've got footballers, Harry Redknapp, the owner of the King George, the horse race winning horse, Jukebox Man, he lives down that way. Very nice. It's a nice walk if you walk along the seafront. Excuse my fingers in the picture. I'm an amateur. If you follow the beach all the way down there, it's a lovely long walk. Always better in the dry, but yeah, if you follow it down there, you'll come to a turning ruddy end right, and there's a lovely little cafe called the Jazz Cafe. I've only been in it once, but if you're ever down that way or walking along the beach this way down to Poole, then do check it out. When I was in there, the lovely little fire, some nice cakes and tea, so definitely worth a check. We'll take a little wander along the pier for those of you who've never been to Bournemouth. I say, hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year. Please do let me know in the comments what you got up to, what presents you got, who spoiled you, who didn't, who still owes you a present. Did you do anything for New Year? Were you out partying? Did you celebrate at home? I'll just pause for a bit and let you enjoy the sounds of the sea. If you can hear the wind is excuse me, the wind is whipping up quite a bit off the sea. So down actually on the shorefront, down on the beach, the waves are coming in quite strong this morning. Obviously being blown in with the lovely inclement weather. So just coming to the end of the pier here, and you'll see here this structure with the blue lights. This is actually where you climb, and you can zip wire from the top up there all the way down to the beach. I've not done it myself personally, but it's very popular. There's one or two out there yesterday doing it. Obviously Bournemouth gets very busy in the summer, has been voted best beach numerous times. Can get very chaotic, so if you ever do come down here and the weather is nice, come early, or don't necessarily head straight to this bit. As a lot of people don't take advantage of further down the beach. I know you're a little bit away from the main arcades and the food and everything, but it's definitely worth it. Or even better yet, let's say head to Boscombe. Let's say there's a lovely walk. You can come back towards Bournemouth from down there. You can park down there. There's a harvester down there, lovely little tea shop, and then there's also on the actual pier itself, you can get bacon sandwiches and coffees and things. So definitely worth a look. I don't know if it's still the case, but they did actually build a man-made reef down there to try and encourage the surfing and the waves. So if you are a surfer, it's definitely one worth checking out. And here we are on the other side of the pier. So it's not a huge pier compared to some. I think Southend's one of the longest, but it is a nice pier. You do normally pay. The gates are open first thing, and they do leave the gates open later on as well. In the days, certainly during the heights of summer, you will pay. It's nominal fees, very little. Definitely worth doing if you want to come on the pier, or like I say, you can wait till a little bit later in the day, come down. Certainly worth coming down if you're staying here. First thing in the morning, come along the pier and see the sunrise. it's out there somewhere, I promise. Very cloudy today, as you'd expect with the weather we're expecting. But as I say, I'm just showing you the beachfront just because while I'm out for a walk, just stretching my legs after my lovely breakfast. I'm personally staying in Hilton by Hampton. Really nice hotel, never failed. Lovely rooms, lovely staff, great breakfast. Obviously this time of the year you can get good deals in hotels. As we all know, hotels have become incredibly expensive, certainly in the UK, along with everything else. So definitely worth having a look if you don't mind coming away at this time of the year. Get yourself a little treat, a little bargain. So definitely do have a look at the Hampton by Hilton. There are other options as well. There are Premier Inns. There's one just up there, that's Premier Inn Central. Family have stayed in there, they've never had any issues with that one, so definitely worth a look. And yeah, definitely if you do come down here, try and book a little bit ahead of time. Sometimes it's worth looking to go direct, or obviously you've got all the other websites like booking.com and places like that. If you do come down here, then you've got the beach, you've got the town centre. Fortunately, look like a lot of other town centres in the UK at the moment, there's a lot of empty units. I think that's only going to get worse as companies do struggle with some of the changes to costings and rates and staff costs. But again, we're not going to get political, just saying as it is. I do think that there will be more empty units, unfortunately. They have just opened an Ivy down here. It's not for me personally, I'm a very simple man, but certainly if you're down here and you want to try something a little bit more formal, a little bit nicer, then the Ivy's just in this straight off the walk that you take through the gardens, and it's on your right hand side. So do check that out if you're down here, if that's your sort of thing. You've got other restaurants, you've got Pizza Express and Five Guys and Burger King and all the usual. If you come through the gardens, just before you come out of the gardens, to your left hand side there's a place called BH2. That's got a lot of food restaurants in, so it's like indoor golf and a cinema and things like that, so there is that option as well. If you're down here for a couple of days and it's a day like today maybe, or you just want to get out, then you can jump on the bus or drive out to a place called Castle Point, which is a shopping area just outside of the town. So that's what we'll be doing today. I won't bore you with filming me shopping, trying to find bargains, because nobody needs to see that. But definitely something I'll be checking out. I've not been out there before. For those of you with children, or those who just love ocean areas, here on the left on the seafront there is an ocean area. It's a smaller one, but surprisingly quite a bit in there. Definitely worth checking out. I'm sure you're all the same. It's like when I take my nephew in the past, and still to this day, he tries to set some sort of land speed records for going around these places. He knows what he wants to see, he sees what he wants to see, and then we're done. So, yeah, as you can imagine, when you're paying that sort of money, you're going to stretch it out. But definitely worth a visit. You can book online, and imagine at certain times of year you can probably pop in and grab tickets on the door. As we come back down the pier, in front of us, round this circular building in front of us, inside in the centre is the main arcades, the usual English, British, whatever your take is, 10p, 2p machines, game machines, and there is a little area for 18s and over. It's as usual, 2p, 10p's, try and win your little toys and your little sweets. I could probably set my own up, to be honest, the amount of one over the years. But this is the main one. There is another one just down there on your left. So there are two worth checking out. So if bring the little ones, bring your loose change. And just up there is the Bournemouth observation well. And you can pay to go around. I think it goes around 3 or 4 times because it does go quite quickly. But they try to make sure you get your money's worth. It's nice to see it's clearing a bit now. Hopefully that's the rain for the day. More days. Well, end it here. Just a short video. I wish you well. Please do comment and let me know what happened for your Christmas and New Year. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye.